Howdy Folks, how are y'all doing? My name is Reese, and welcome back to another episode of our Xenoblade Chronicles 3 Let's Play Adventure Extravaganza of awesomeness and fun times to be had here in the wonderful world of Ionios, where we are going to check on this question mark, which, as we said in the last episode, we theorize has to do with the kiddos of the city, and if it's not, I'm going to be surprised, because I don't know what else could have triggered such a conversational... Yeah, it's those kids! Hey, if it isn't our favorite... Gah! Run! Well, they're clearly up to something. What? What are you running off for? I assume there's something they don't want us to know about. Okay, this does look a bit shifty, so are they up to something nefarious? What are you asking me for? How should I know? He's right. We should ask China and the others directly. We better get after him then. No one outruns lightning lands. Ugh, don't go running off like an idiot. It's not a competition. Let's go nice and easy. Also, he's never called himself that before. The kid's aspiration. Let's see, how many kids are there? 1, 2, 3, 4. So if there were 6 of them, we could say they're trying to like imitate us and become their own little Ouroboros unit. But maybe they're so grateful for what we've done for them that they are attempting to create a little surprise for us. Also, I don't really know if I want Gondor in the party right now. I mean, we'll let her stay. I'm not going to kick her out or anything. I'm just saying, like, maybe having like an Ethel or Kamaravi in the party might be fun. Feels good to see the two of those together. Oh, boy. Okay, well, that was a crisis narrowly averted. I've ever been down here before. What is this place? It's just like this, just no reason for this little area to exist, and yet it does. I like that it's got this big, broad staircase down, and then what are you doing down here? Where are you going? You just gonna go stare at this wall? Have you been a bad boy? Is this your punishment? What are you doing here? I can't fathom why this guy would want to do this. Someone's done something weird with the AI mapping. I'm not sure if that was the best decision for him. Are they on routines here? I mean, I don't think it's like a Majora's Mask, where they're all at a certain place at a certain time of day. It could be. I don't know. I have no idea. Neon! What's up? Cred, you found me! Lance, where are you and where are you yelling this from? Are you, like, up there? No wonder he's shouting. Out with it! Why'd you run away? Sorry, I can't say why. I promised. Who did you promise? Secret! Okay, I have to go. Bye! Okay. We should try and find the others and see if they have more to say. I'm shocked that Lance didn't just tackle the child. He's clearly got some sort of fury pent up in him towards these kids. Oh my gosh, it's Julieta. I know Shania had been working hard in deepest earnest, yet for all she did, no tide of fate of which I could hear dream would suffer me to raise our city fair. Truly, I feel bitter for her fate, and worried gravely for House Reed's repute. I'm so glad we stopped to have that conversation. Alright, Shiner, you little rat. Tell me what's going on here. Shiner! Oh, it's you! Sorry for surprising you. We're just a little bit worried about how you shot a run when we saw you in the plaza. We aren't angry. Could you tell us what's going on? Sorry, I can't right now, but I definitely will later. Just wait a little bit longer. Bye! Man, and then they just scamper off. They've got like Peruvian instant darkness powder. What do you mean by Leia? They're definitely hiding something. Let's see what the other children have to say for themselves. Absolutely, let's do that. Wow, they're like equidistant right now. We can go for this one. Oh, Azalea! Isn't this the one we got out of her like house and into the streets? Was that her? That sounded weird the way I said that. I'm not gonna say anything and you can't make me. Trying to head us off at the pass, eh? We aren't interested in chasing you. We just want information. We just want to make sure nothing dangerous is going on. It's not dangerous, but I can't say anything more than that. I'm not going to break a promise to my friends. Friends, eh? Sounds like you're doing pretty well for friends. Thanks, though. For, you know... That's all you're getting out of me, okay? Bye! Okay, yeah, that's Azalea. That's her. Nice to see that she does have friends. I don't know about keeping these secrets, though. I mean, dangerous things could be happening with these kids. We don't know. San Francisco. What are you doing over there? Give it up, San! You've been found! That was so much fun! Is it fun for you? Is it not fun for you? That's beside the point. Fact is, you lot running away like that makes it look like you're doing something dodgy. How about you just spill the beans and get this over with? Oh, I know. Come to Ripley Plaza and you'll find out. Anyway, that's all I'm saying. See ya. Interesting. I wonder if we would have gotten that information from him if he wasn't the last kid we went to. You know what I mean? Or would they have shifted the conversations around a little bit? Wow, wouldn't you know it? We end things right back where we started. Funny how that worked out, isn't it? Okay, so there's no body here. Promising. Now! We want to thank you for everything. This is from us. A shackle ring. Oh, it's so cute. Neat, but what's the occasion? We wanted to surprise you, so we made it in secret. It was Neon's idea. I found one of my granddad's old accessories while I was sweeping. It was like a charm he wore when he was a soldier. And then I thought, hey, we could make one of those. What? It's handmade too? I didn't think we'd really do it. But Azalea's the one who looked up how to make it. Yeah, well, you guys said you wanted to thank everyone, so that's Azalea all over. And she had tons of fun doing it. She was singing Mr. Boomer's song constantly. Mr. Boomer, what? So what? I like it. Anyway, take the ring into battle with you, yeah? We can't go out and fight ourselves because we're kids. But we really wanted to help you out somehow. You're Ouroboros after all. We wanted to know you'd come home, even if it was really, really, really hard battle. And you really don't mind giving us something so lovely? That's what we made it for. So you'd always be around. Now you can always remember there are people waiting for you. I promise we will. Sorry made you worry, though. I like the part where we got chased. It wasn't meant to be fun. Let's do it again. Yay, let's have fun. Now that was a charming little story. That might have been a better Ascension quest for Lands, if we're being honest. That was good. I liked that. The Kid's Aspiration. I liked that one. That was great. Now with that out of the way, we have to ask ourselves, how do we actually get the Ascension quest for characters like Gondor and Miyabi and Smold? Well, we already got his done. His is completed. But there's like a number of characters. We haven't, what? We've not... Are you serious? We haven't done Melia's. Well, get Melia into the party first off. And then we gotta figure out where to take her. Because normally that's all you gotta do is you gotta take her somewhere. Probably somewhere in the castle, right? One would assume? And you'd think if she's in our party and we take her somewhere in the castle, there will just be a question mark we need to go to. There is one! Literally right there, quest-related event. Oh my gosh. How would we want to do that? Should we, can we get there from wherever this is? Grand Tower Walkway? Oh wow, this was gonna be easier than I thought. Let's see how that transition turned out. I'm gonna try to time those exactly. And all I did was stare at the camera until my eyes started to feel like they were bleeding. Alright, this should be the throne room back here with her in the party. I mean, if it's this easy. How good would it be if it was? Watch this be entirely unrelated, though. Watch this end up being the Ascension quest for freaking... I can't think of a character. Miyabi. Why wouldn't it be at this point, honestly? Who are these guys? Who are you guys? No, actually, who are you guys? Are you just hanging out here having a chit-chat? Alright, where is our girl? Are you ready to ascend, my dear queen? Are you prepared to break your level cap and be on par with Nia at long last?
You're having a laugh.
No, that's why they're there.
This is going to make it all better, do you?
Well, I will bear full responsibility. Otherwise, well, there is no otherwise.
What are you two bickering about?
Your Majesty, what a welcome sight to see you return.
Has a problem arisen in my absence?
No, just a trifling matter, really.
Actually, we do have a bit of a problem on our hands, Your Majesty.
mind your...
We have to report the facts as they are. How much longer are you going to leave this hanging, eh?
What's the problem?
A couple of days ago, we had a small run-in with our Agnian opposites. Isel took care of them, but things got out of hand a little bit.
Out of hand, nothing. They insulted Her Majesty's honor. I'm spitting feathers.
But we'd no reason to fight. You were the one who earned their ire.
Did they come to any harm? You hurt them?
I only intended to scare them, but then they resisted.
So you sought to defeat them?
No! Nothing of the sort. They had no flame clocks, so I would never...
The presence of a flame clock is not what instigates a battle. The glimmerings of war are always there, within us. I imagine discovering that fact must have come as quite a shock to you.
Circumstances aside, if you've incited their wrath, then I assume we haven't heard the end of this.
As you say, they have since begun to rally together in opposition.
I am ashamed.
My man's out here causing wars.
Now that this has come to a head, I cannot but take full responsibility. I will thwart their objective, even if it should cost me my life.
I can barely hear
shall
them over
not.
the music.
Do not speak of throwing your life away so lightly. I've already lost so many of my friends. I could not bear to lose another.
Your Majesty.
I told you, did I not? You are my hope. I will speak to the Agnian Chief Retainer personally about the matter. In the meantime, cool your head. Any more unfinished business that I should know about?
Couple of house calls to make, Your Majesty. They want you at Colony 9 and the city.
Colony 9. So Xeon then?
Indeed. They've asked for some urgent backup following the recent Origin attack.
And the other request is from Monica. Wants you to give her people a pep talk.
The descendants of Ouroboros. I've caused such grief for them. And for an unfathomably long time.
But now they get to speak to their real queen. I'm sure they'll be overjoyed.
Yes, perhaps. Speaking face to face with another. There's nothing quite like it.
Melia?
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I'm going to be taking up some more of your time.
Now you can cut that out. Agnus or Keves, soldier or queen? What difference does it make?
The future is to be created by each and every person in the world. I think you were the one who taught us that.
True enough. Your unyielding spirit gives me the strength to go on.
Sometimes when Melia smiles, I see sadness in her eyes.
Oh no, don't do
She's alone in
that.
the world.
No, don't tell us that, man. Come on.
Well, better start making the rounds.
Oh my gosh,
stop
they're
by
really
Colony 9,
driving that
City,
home, aren't they?
And
Agnus Castle, right?
Safe journey to you all.
From atop her throne, hero quest. Let's go. And also Colony 9's backup. And also friction with Agnus. And also the City Pep Talk. And also... No, that's all of them. Thank goodness. Okay, I mean, where do we want to start? Oh, we have to do all three of them. All right. Well, let's see. Let's have a look at all of our quests. And I think we will start with the City Pep Talk, because we spent a lot of time in the city recently, and I just want to get that one out of the way so we don't have to spend a lot more time. I don't want to know that in the future we're going to have to go back to the city. I'd rather just get that out of the way. Not that I dislike the city, it's just we spend an awful lot of time there. Fortunately, we can go straight to the war room, which is handy. Just holding that
Your
position.
Majesty. Sorry to bother you. I'm sure you're rushed enough as it is. I'm here to discuss the speech you mentioned. Did I come at a bad time?
No, not at all. We've been stretching our necks every day, waiting to see if you'd turn up.
I too have been anxious to meet you. I'm sorry to have been a source of anguish for you this long.
It's all been for today. I don't consider any of it a waste. Now, On to the matter at hand, rallying the troops. With the final battle with Mobius looming before us, we're doing our best to prepare, but we need more than just supplies. A battle to determine the fate of the world is hardly a light topic. Everyone's beside themselves with worry. Some poor souls have completely snapped. We're never gonna last in actual combat at this rate.
I don't blame them. No matter how noble our cause, the fighting will cost us lives. We're caught between the future we desire and the present, which is ours to lose. It's a place beset on all sides by fear.
You got that right. Especially when there's no guarantee you're going to be coming home.
Even a brief address would do, just as long as you speak to them somehow.
I understand. I don't know if I'll be able to get through to them, but I will try.
We'll be your guides while in the city. Make sure you don't lose your bearings.
That would be most appreciated. While we're here, would it bother you if I took a look around the city itself?
Please, be my guest. I think we'd all like that.
Maybe we could take her to Centrillo Parade. There's plenty of people around there.
No objections from me, but there are some rather, shall we say, ardent followers of the Queen up that way. If they get too insistent, you might need to give them a friendly nudge.
Oh yeah? All right, we'll keep a lookout.
What an interesting way of phrasing that. But all right, up we go from here, and we will head to... is this not... Yeah, there we go. Gotta activate the elevator, as one might expect. I'm interested to see if we take her to see the statues of the founders, whether or not she'll have some sort of reaction to that, whether or not she'll point and say, I know that guy. or whether or not it's just not going to be that direct. Okay, well, this is an interesting angle. Are you all right? Are you okay? Mio, honey. Are you okay? What?
Every day's a training day.
God bless her. Curious to see what kind of trouble we're going to get out of these ardent followers of the Queen. Whether or not they're just going to start shoving like autographs in front of her and asking to get their pictures taken and maybe posted up on the Instagrams. If that's something they do in this world, seems unlikely. I can't imagine anyone had time to create social media. But then again, it also wouldn't surprise me. You know what I mean? I mean, they created social media for Kingdom Hearts 3, which is kind of funny. I actually really liked that element of it quite a bit. There's like no one here. Where's all the people?
Now this is a far cry from the colonies and the castles. Here is a place where people can truly live, make a home.
I couldn't believe my eyes when I first saw this place. All these different people I'd never seen before. Things of all shapes and sizes.
I wish I had been there to see your reaction. A shame.
See my mouth hanging open like a lummox. Not worth it.
You seem to take it all in your stride. None of this surprises you.
It's more that I'm assailed by old memories. Technologies of old are put into practice here. I feel the industry of those times.
And there they are.
Huh?
Is that really you? Queen Melia?
Yes. I do go by that name.
I knew it! I knew it from the moment I laid eyes on you. You were something special.
Finally caught up.
Hey, old man, you're going to give yourself a heart attack.
Well, thanks for your concern, but I'll decide when and how I'm going to pop my clogs. I've lived my whole life for this day. Heck, you all have, haven't you?
Of course we have.
You've returned to us at last, my queen.
Middle-aged
You really are
Lady
brave,
A.
as they say.
I didn't even give her a name.
You should come by my restaurant. Sample a few of the local dishes.
Nobody wants
Middle-aged
to see
Sky
your
B.
little bistro. She wants something memorable.
Oh, say that again, I dare you. If you hate my establishment so much, I'll be more than happy to bar you from it permanently.
All right, people, don't shove.
Stop arguing. We don't want to scare the Queen now.
Oh! My days!
Crino, Groupie, A,
Come
B,
on
and
now,
C.
This is getting excessive.
Oh, leave them. Everyone's been living for this moment.
It's always been my dream to see the true Queen come back to us. A lot of us die before we get the chance.
Yeah, but now it's actually happening. Before our very eyes. How can we possibly keep calm when a miracle is unfolding?
I am so grateful to you all, my people. I would like to express a few words of gratitude, if I may. It is a joy to see real human activity once again, after all these years. I see that you continue to remain strong.
Of course we do. Got to protect what we love, right?
That's right. I'm not resting these old bones so long as there's life in them.
We'll hold out for decades more if we have to.
We have our queen, and even Ouroboros stand by her side.
With their strength behind us, Mobius won't stand a chance.
Looks like that takes care of that.
Indeed.
Wow. Decades plural. And here we are, happy enough if we can reach one.
The way I see it, you lot are far more incredible. You've achieved so much in so little time.
Huh? That's only natural, ain't it? Gotta get stuff done in the time you have. No way I could imagine having to fight for 40 or 50 years. Feels so snuffing far away.
Uni.
By the by, I'm not seeing the story spinner anywhere.
Story spinner?
He's this old guy who knows more about the city's history than anyone. He's like a walking encyclopedia.
Real curious bloke. Normally he'd jump at an opportunity like this.
Well, he's no spring turkin, though. If he hears he's missed his chance to meet Her Majesty, he might drop dead from the shock.
Heavens. Where might we find this person? I think we should pay him a visit.
What, really?
I'll bet it'd make his day. But are you sure?
I would like to try to meet him, if at all possible.
As you wish. It's your call.
You'll probably find him at Melia Lookout. I hear it's one of his favorite spots.
I like that the girls in the background are just still
walking
waving.
Encyclopedia, is he? Then we can expect an enlightening conversation.
I'm very curious to see if this is someone we know. Like, I don't expect it to be a character from one of the previous games, but is it someone we've already come across and spoken to before? Or is this an entirely new character? And why didn't we talk to them when we were looking for, like, historical information about the city at one
What's
point?
all the fuss? Whose
Hey,
funeral
look.
is it this time?
Probably about to be yours if we're honest.
Nobody's, I should hope. We were just wondering if...
Oh, old Melia.
Old?
Oh, this can't be real, so somebody pinch me. What if it's actually my funeral? Then that would mean... Where the places have I ended up?
Yeah, this is Melia Lookout in the city.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to startle you. I'm told you have quite the wisdom. I was hoping to ask you a few things, if it doesn't bother you.
Oh, I get ya. The Queen herself is asking me personally to tell her a story. Now I know I'm dreaming. Hey, Ouroboros kids, give me a good wallop here, right on the kisser.
Sure thing.
Lance is just willing. Oh wait, oh my gosh, did he just actually? Oh my god, Lance just murdered this man!
Lance? I didn't throw my weight into it.
Let's all calm down for a second and just talk sensibly, please.
Such an old man! Lance, why are you the way that you are?
I see. A rousing speech for the city, eh? What a stroke of luck. Even after that battering, I know I'll be content in the afterlife.
Oh, don't start. You were the one who asked us to.
Well, it seems life's worth living a little while longer. Don't want to disappoint old Queenie now, do I? Go on then, ask away.
I've been wondering, when you first saw Melia, I kinda got the impression you knew more about her than you let on.
Of course I do. Have you seen the stacks of literature they've got here in the city? Packed to the rafters. There's passages on the true Queen, too. And you betcha these eyes have read them all back to front 20 times over.
So you know all about her?
Naturally. Here, I'll give you an example. It is a lesser-known fact that Her Majesty is squeamish around shiny bugs.
What? How can you possibly know that?
Who would have written that down?
There was also a little morsel about how she found rainbow bugs particularly revolting. They're extinct now, but I reckon they're beasties about the size of your fist, whose bodily excretions make them glow and...
All right, enough. You don't need to go into such detail. The mere memory gives me goosebumps.
Don't you worry, I've got plenty more tidbits like that up my sleeve.
We don't want to hear it. Look, I'll tell you what I want to know.
Oh yeah, well, I'm all ears.
When you get to the age you are...
Why is she speaking...
After living for so many decades...
borderline
you must have had to
seductively.
say goodbye to so many of your friends and stuff. Must be a lot of crap to deal with. So, how do you cope?
The pits is what it is. There are times when I wonder why I don't just curl up and die.
This is such a pleasant conversation.
Life ain't all sunshine and roses. I think that's part and parcel of it.
So what? You just have to go on living in misery? You've got to be joking.
Life goes on long after the thrill of living is gone.
I just want to know what it's all about. Growing old. There's folk out there who get to live so much longer than us, and they still choose to fight. It just feels like I'm always taking a back seat. Like I'm getting left behind. But I want to be there with you guys. Even if it's just in spirit.
Uni. I had no idea that was how you felt.
Yeah, sorry. Hard to put it into words, really.
Even if those you once loved are no longer a part of this world, lonely as it is, and painful though the memories be, it is not wholly a tragic tale. For you can keep close to your heart your memories of those dear to you. And that is something to take pride in. That is what will give you strength. Admittedly, my life took a very different path to the likes of my companions here. But such are my thoughts.
Ah, never a truer word was spoken. That's one for the ages. Where's my notepad?
The fact that you're worrying about us here and now, Uni, I don't think we'll ever forget that. Your feelings will transcend time.
I'd have to agree. So don't feel like you need to be doing anything special for us, Uni. It's reassuring enough just being the way you are.
Don't suppose you've got any tissues on you? Spark, why'd you have to go and make it all soppy?
Nobody is leaving you behind, Uni. If you ever feel distance between you, you need only speak out.
Wait, was this all just to tell me that?
That's about the size of it. Good luck out there, young'uns.
Don't just pass it off as your own speech.
Say, Melia, would you mind if we shook hands?
He's straight up ignoring me.
I don't see why not.
Oh, you angel. Now I can shuffle off this mortal coil without regrets.
Why didn't we get to see the handshake? Why was it below the frame?
Knowledgeable my arse.
Life's a cruel journey from one end to the other. You only get one chance to walk it. But if there's one thing that gives it all meaning, it's love.
That's very sweet.
That ain't something I have to teach you young folks, though. Your friends are lucky fellows.
Monica said something like that too. Still doesn't make much sense to me, though.
Well, love takes many forms. There are as many ways to show it as there are people.
I'll remember that. Thanks.
I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but we should probably be getting on. Till we meet again, story spinner.
Indeed, indeed. Safe travels to you, Your Majesty.
Well, that was it. I guess that little speech we gave in the middle of the city was enough of a pep talk.
Always nice to have more
A
friends.
funny old fella. Have we explored this area out here? I guess we have. There's not much to see. It's just this little turn here and then the infinite abyss below. Although that's definitely like ocean down there. So the donut of the world sits on top of an ocean and water falls off of it endlessly, but the oceans above never go dry. Because... endless now? Meanwhile, back at Colony 9, I do see that there's a story queued up, but then also there's some conversations to be seen. I want to wait, what? Let me focus on one. Those spongy spud things, they're delish. So much so that... okay then. Spongy spuds are so good, I could eat them by the sack load. I wouldn't advise it. That's going to be a carb overload. Way too much starch as well. Oh, man. Looks like they do love the potatoes, though, and that's good to see. That's unlikely to lead to any sort of quests. Probably just conversations that'll lead to XP for some reason. I didn't even check to see what the recommended level of these quests we're doing right now is. Level 80. Level 80 is the recommended level. We're a little bit below that. We might want to go ahead and do some leveling up after this. After we have whatever this conversation here is.
That'll leave a bruise.
What happened, Kurt?
Be more gentle, Commander.
Don't expect miracles. I'm trying my best to heal you here.
Here, let me.
Thank you, miss. That would be great. What? You're...
Are we going to get an excellent
That should
cutscene?
suffice.
Okay.
Can you walk?
I assume it would just be her pulling out her weapon and doing like a
think
heal or something.
Queen Melia. To what do we owe the honor?
What good is a ruler if they cannot send aid to their people in times of need? I'm sorry to have kept you waiting, Xeon. Please, let me have your report.
Hey, look! Isn't that the Queen?
What? Like the real deal?
Right, back to my post. Excuse me. Origin's attack unfortunately caused a landslide near Alfeto Valley entrance. We've been treating the wounded, and also dispatched a survey team to scan the area. The thing is, we've lost contact with the survey team. The line just went dead.
There was a really loud sound earlier on. Could be more rocks.
I see. Then we'll take it from here. Uni, how are you doing over there?
I've healed up the worst of them. Now they just need a little R&R.
Oh, really? I've got to lie down?
Come on. If you've got the energy to flap your trap already, you'll be back on your feet in no time.
I see I had no cause to worry.
How many were on the survey team?
3. One was piloting the Levnis. Okay. I've sent the landslide's location to your iris. You can confirm it for yourself.
Got it.
If you happen to see an Anita from the survey team, could you, tell her to give back what she owes? Because I'll be waiting here until she does.
I'll be sure to deliver the message. I'm so sorry to have let this come to pass, everyone. This ordeal will be over ere long.
You watch yourself too, Your Majesty. Don't want to see you get hurt neither.
I hope you find our friends.
Always nice to have more friends.
It is indeed always nice to have good friend, more good. What? There's a question mark on the map. Hold on just a tick. I don't think that has anything to do with what we're currently doing. Where was that? Look at that. Could that possibly be someone's ascension, maybe? whose, though? I think we've already done Teach's Ascension quest, if I'm not mistaken. So I don't know whose this would be. It might not be Ascension quest related at all. It's something to keep in mind, though, for the future. We'll have to go over there and check later. It feels like ages ago, but also like a week ago, simultaneously, that I first ran across these beautiful digital hills and just took in awe and majesty of this absolutely beautiful game, and just feeling this pure sense of joy and excitement to experience this new adventure. Oh man, I want to go back. I want to go back.
Hey, look at that.
Oh, I can't wait for the next
Survey
one.
branch Levnis.
Quickly. We must rescue them at once.
Yeah, absolutely, we have to. Let's go. Oh, I thought we were going to be fighting things. Are they just like lying on the ground dying? What's happening here?
Hello? Who's there?
Oh, this is harrowing.
It's all right. We're here to help. Stay still. I'll get that heavy thing off you right this instant.
Right, that's her injuries about treated.
You're a survivor by nature. Good fortune that we made it in time.
Oh, I can't thank you enough. I thought I was a goner.
Say, you wouldn't happen to be Anita by any chance?
Yeah, I'm Anita.
Oh, that's great news. There was a guy in the rescue tent who was really worried about you. He said he wanted you to pay him back or something?
I suspect that was merely an excuse. He seemed really rather worried. Very insistent that you make it back.
Ah, it's got to be Kurt. We've been in the same unit since first term. He can be a little faint-hearted at times. I'd better go and try to calm him down.
Ah, so you've been joined at the hip since childhood?
Joined at the... sorry?
I mean that you were inseparable. You've had a special connection throughout your lives. You understand each other's feelings and you lift each other up in times of need, is what I'm trying to say. Your friends are irreplaceable. Be sure to treasure them.
No,
Yes,
someone
Mom.
give this girl a hug.
Thank you.
Does she have someone in mind herself? There's someone out there special to her.
Stop doing this to me.
She was imprisoned in Origin for so long.
Oh.
So maybe they're already...
Oh. You're hurting.
I hope
You're
everyone's
hurting
getting
me.
along.
You're hurting me through Melia, and I'm not here for it. Please stop. Let's go see what's going on with this rock here. Calling out. Oh yeah, I guess I kind of see him there. We're really far zoomed out for no real reason. He does blend in with the earth, though.
Hold on. It's going to be okay. There was a second landslide. Don't mind me. Look for the others.
We're well aware, but firstly...
See, that's what I expected her to do in the tent.
Feels warm.
Do not move from this spot. We're going to check the immediate area.
Yes. Of course.
I mean, I think he's probably fine to go. I don't reckon we're going to find anyone else other than the third person who is, like, over here. Wait, I thought you were going to rush back. You're just going to hang out here now, Anita? I thought you were just going to go tell your friends you're okay? Colony 9 soldier, let's see who this ends up being.
His foot's trapped. We'll need to move the rubble very carefully.
Using arts would be far too dangerous. In which case...
Someone call for heavy lifters?
Yeah. We'll clear this out in no time.
You're in safe hands now.
Yes. Thank you.
Hang in there just a little longer. We don't want to overlook anything.
Right. I think that's the lot of them accounted for.
I wouldn't relax just yet. The landslides have formed a sharp incline, in turn increasing the risk of loose rocks. I hardly need to state this, but the possibility of further landslides remains high.
Getting caught in another landslide would be undesirable. We must make some distance, and quickly. Back to Colony 9.
Okay. Has the rock not been like this always? I mean, I wouldn't be shocked if it hadn't been. They're perfectly willing to change the world to fit with, like, a random side quest. And this isn't even that. This is a full-on... I mean, the Queen of Keves herself, Melia, hero Ascension quest. So I wouldn't put it past them to alter the world to a grand state to accommodate that. But I'm not entirely sure if that's what's happening here. Also, man... I mean, as beautiful as this game is, can you imagine if we had a slightly more powerful Switch for it? Like a Switch Pro... or Switch 2. I'm ready for it, man. I am ready for it. I've been looking at that Yuzu emulator and the crazy things people are doing on there, and I've been thinking, you know what? I mean, I'm not a pirate. I don't steal games. In fact, I buy Switch games that I will probably never play just to have them on a shelf and be like, ah, yes, I've got it now. So, I mean, I'd still be buying the games, but is it so wrong? Is it so wrong if I buy the game and then also just play it on... Who would know? Who would need to know? You know what I mean? Not that I'm condoning any illegal activity. Emulation is not illegal. We have Sony to thank for that. If you've ever looked into emulation law. And in fact, if I'm not mistaken, I think the reason that you can legally rip your own video games is also thanks to Sony. I could be wrong on that. I know that so a guy created a PC emulator for PlayStation games, and he was sued by Sony, and the judge said, well, because he's not actually using your code, you know, he built this thing himself, it's not your intellectual property, and it is not illegal, and that's how we're able to make emulators now. So long as you're not using... That's why you have to get your own BIOS file for emulators. You know, rip it off the console yourself, because the emulator itself doesn't have any of Sony's code, which is the only thing that could actually sue over. So emulators are perfectly legal. And then the reason that you can rip your own games is because I believe it was the iTunes lawsuit. iTunes had the ability to rip CDs to your computer, and they were sued over that, and the judge, you know, decided in the case, well, no, you own that CD. If you want to rip it to your computer and use it on a different medium, you can do that. And so that also applies to games. If you want to rip your ROM off of your disc or off of your cartridge and use it in an emulator, you can do it. So thanks, Sony. Thanks. If I remember how those cases, like who started those cases. I know the outcomes, but I can't remember exactly who was involved. Nintendo hates it, though. I think they actually got the law is different in other countries, obviously.
Welcome back! We're glad to see you safe, Your Majesty!
We were at the site of the landslide, but the situation remains precarious. It is vital that we remove the remaining rocks upon the slope in the coming days. You shall have the castle's aid, of course. But your own assistance in this matter would also be most appreciated.
Oh, we'd be glad to help. Never want to have to go through this again.
But if we hadn't, we'd never have got to meet Queen Melia. I don't regret it, because I learned today that we weren't forsaken.
Forsaken?
The only time we normally ever get to meet Your Majesty is at the homecoming. We've been through so many bitter times, but we've never known you to help us. Not so directly.
You make a valid point. From this moment on, I will endeavor to the best of my ability to allay your fears.
Ah, you're too kind, Your Majesty.
Then, in the interest of allaying fears, there may be another matter I would like to discuss with you.
Oh yes? Speak up then.
I would like, from this moment on, to let the colony elect their commander, of their own volition. And I don't mean just for appointing a successor after death, or for the purposes of reform. If they make their voices known, then I think I would gladly relinquish my position as commander this second.
What?
What brought this on?
Then, you wish to formally step down?
Well, I was always the consul's favorite plaything. I was a mere pawn, dancing to his whims, enacting his orders. But in coming to terms with our new life, I began to realize the qualities needed in a commander are very different nowadays.
Please don't belittle yourself, Xeon. You've worked so hard to get where you are.
Believe me, I've thought about this long and hard. About who really fits the role of a commander. It must be someone we all look up to. Someone with whom we can share our path.
Xeon.
While I do not object to your logic, Xeon, I hope you realize that our role is in essence naught but a figurehead. What that figurehead represents, however, is something only you can decide.
It's down to me.
A person is not shaped solely by their birthright or innate qualities. As long as you remain critical of who you are, whether you deserve the position or not has little relevance.
This crisis of conscience, you once experienced it as well, Your Majesty.
Of course. Everyone has their battles with self-doubt. How else does one grow as a person? If you remain true to yourself, then you have nothing to fear. In this rich tapestry of life, you must find the path that you are willing to weave.
I'll give it more thought then.
Very good. I look forward to hearing your answer.
Melia must have had her share of hardship to talk about these things in such depth.
Stop it,
She's
now.
Stuck in a rut. I wonder if we'll be able to console her in the same way.
Stop, please, Noah.
Would she even want that?
Penny for your thoughts, Noah.
No,
You don't want to
nothing.
know them.
We should get going. We've got some traveling ahead of us.
You ever just have a moment where you're thinking about this series and you realize that, wow, this is a sequel to 1 and 2? I know that sounds like such an absurd thing, but I just, while Noah's been talking, have these like full glimpses of the first game's story playing out in my head and certain scenes like replaying, and I'm just like, wow, I can't believe this is where we're at. This is crazy. Okay, continuing on. And now here we are with the Queen of Keves at the Agnus Castle. Hopefully Nia's here. Are we actually going to be discussing things with Nia? Oh, I love to watch these two talk to each other. This is fantastic. It's wild that this is happening, though, isn't it? I'm loving it.
This is a surprise.
Don't worry, I know the whole story. Oh, bloody hell. I see you are in good company.
They're kindly serving as my bodyguard.
She has to turn it
They're assisting
on.
me with a number of other matters, too.
The assistance goes both ways, actually.
We all one big, happy family!
Yes, that's right. Family.
Indubitably. I have a rough grasp of our present predicament. You've come to hear their side of the story, have you not?
You make it sound as if these are no ordinary Agnians.
With Queen Melia's assistance, we have been closely monitoring them on both sides. I'll get to the point. These people belong neither to Keves nor Agnus.
Interesting.
To be precise, they were formerly Agnian soldiers, but now they claim to have lost their faith even in Agnus. This intense distrust of the future has driven them to wanton destruction.
So they stopped believing in anything, and now they just want to ruin things for everyone.
Boy, that sounds about right.
The Keves and Agnus of today are founded upon mutual trust and respect. At least that is the mood we try to foster. But the reality is that not all of us can readily accept these changes.
The recent outburst was just an act of passion. But if like-minded people were to congregate...
They may gain enough momentum to pose a legitimate threat, is that it? So they're the ones who have incited the latest uproar, I take it.
We might have to prepare for the worst-case scenario.
Minanabite, what make worst case so bad?
He means there could be an attack on the Queen's life.
That worse than worst case?
That's one of the reasons. But we simply can't afford to leave this be. I don't believe they truly want to oppose us. Rather, they feel they are at an impasse. One cannot so easily change their way of life or how they view the world.
Perhaps I ought to assert my authority as queen after all, and...
No. If you lock horns with them now, it's very possible they will shut you out completely. I would rather have you prepare to welcome them in with open arms.
That's incredibly kind of you.
So, where do we find these troublemakers?
It seems they're lying low at Hovering Reef 6.
Seriously? That's right next to the castle.
Presumably they approached under the guise of their fellow Agnian soldiers. The castle isn't on particularly high alert, so it makes sense that they wouldn't arouse too much suspicion.
Yes, as sad as it is. I hear they're pooling their forces. You'd best be on your guard.
Fear not. I am no stranger to battle. And besides, look at my entourage.
You shouldn't have to get used to this. Experience can make a person stronger, it's true, but it can't take away one's pain. That goes for queens too, you know.
The mood's turned dark all of a sudden.
Well, don't you start now.
I'm aware of that. Thank you, Nia.
Take care, you guys.
Yeah, come with us, that's fine. It is what it is. Alright, back down to the Keves Castle region. Is that where it is? Oh, this whole place is backwards from the direction. No, wait a minute. Oh, I see. That's taking us back probably to like a transport that we can use to go back. Okay. So you can actually fly us directly there. Is that what you're telling me? We will be heading to Mullis Depot in the Canadian... No, you actually cannot. Never mind. I don't want to, I don't want to go with you. I misunderstood the situation. Oh, look! There's another question mark. Possibly another Ascension quest, then. And I reckon we know whose it'll end up being as well. But for right now, we're going to go to Friction with Agnus, and the fastest way there is probably going to be starting here. Wow! That is much further away than I thought we would be when we spawned in. And also, we got to go through a whole bunch of rigmarole to get over there. We got to go, like, down this, and then up that, and then down that other thing. And okay, it's not that complicated, and it's not as far as I'm making it seem. Also, did we ever figure out how to get to that little island down there? That one right there? We've never figured out how to get there. All of this time later, and we've still not managed it. Well, thank goodness, folks, that... I don't know what I was going to say. So I realized that I switched around everyone's classes, and I didn't go through and set their gems and accessories and all of that. But then I also realized that we didn't go through and finish with the interlinks. And I think we probably have... Yeah, we're 97 complete on, I think, everyone's. And we probably have what we need to finish it. So let's do it. How can you tell which one you're missing? Is it this one? Boom. I mean, that's pretty exciting. And that was pretty high energy. Are you ready to see it a few more times? All I gotta do is just track down which one's missing. At least that one was kind of visually, you could tell. This one looks like it's gonna be a bit more. There it is, right there. Boom. It's fun. Lots of bright colors. Okay, let's do it. We're gonna race for it now. It's that one. Yeah. I could tell just because it looked like it had slightly off colors. And now it's glowing a bit more. And yeah, I'm gonna play that. Okay, let's see if we can go directly to it right out the gate. I think it's the... Ooh, okay. It's the one with the... It's directly to our left. 1, 2, 3, 4, over. Right there. That one, yeah. I'm getting good. Alright, I don't have to, like, jump around and guess anymore. I'm so good at this. Watch this. We're gonna do the same over here.
I feel I've taken this as far as it can go.
You haven't. No, you've not taken this as... You can definitively go one more. I just have to figure out to where. Is it that sword all the way at the bottom? No, I failed. It's this one. I'm gonna play that animation every time it comes up, even if I am actually bad at figuring out which one. It's that sword up there, right above this. No! This is the last one we're ever gonna do. Why can I not figure out what the probably very clear visual indication is? There's no rhyme or reason to it. It's this one. Yeah. Alright. So, everyone's are now fully upgraded. That's pretty exciting. It kind of oddly sad in a way.
Nor should you, Lance.
Because now it's done. I don't want it to end. I feel the opposite about this game as I do Assassin's Creed Valhalla. I want this to keep going. But I guess it's beautiful not because it lasted, but because it ended, or because it happened. Noah just died somehow. I don't know. A thing isn't beautiful because it lasted. It's beautiful because it happened at all. What's that from? That's like a movie or something. Hold on just a second. We'll engage with the video game in a minute. I gotta look this up first.
Agni and Autolevs. They've hauled those things out here. Can't catch a break, can we?
As Lady Nia informed us, we should expect them to be hiding in an ambush somewhere on this island.
It's Age of Ultron!
I must remind you that we are only here to negotiate. If possible, I would like to avoid combat.
Sure, but what if they're the ones to come at us first?
Then suppress them at once. We could even disable their levnesses, so that they have nothing with which to fight back.
I like that in my mind. That was like a piece of like poetry or highbrow art. It's just Vision in Age of Ultron.
I'm no stranger to the field of battle, nor is this the first attempt on my life.
What? Even though you're the queen?
Precisely because I am the queen. Is it really so strange for nobles to be acquainted with violence? There was even an assassin within my family once.
Oh yeah, there was.
I'm sorry. I hope we didn't bring back painful memories for you.
Please, it's perfectly fine. Many are the things that have shaped me into who I am today. Learning to accept my weaknesses, understanding each other's differences, opening one's heart to others.
You must have been in some real good company to learn all that.
Perhaps, yes. Back when I was young and naive, my companions taught me some invaluable lessons.
And you took those lessons to heart. That's how you came to be such a magnificent queen.
Though times may change, their teachings will never fade. Which is why I still believe. I believe that our last breaths should not be those of despair.
Looks like a pretty rare specimen.
So, here's the deal. I don't reckon we can take a level 80. But I reckon we could try? Or maybe we can just slip past them. That's also a possibility. I mean, where are we trying to get to down there? We don't actually have to engage with these guys. We can just slip right around them and everything is hunky-dory. But, I mean, I suppose the question is, am I going in the right direction, or do we actually need to go the other way?
Yeah, let's definitely.
It definitely looks like this is a dead end. So, I guess back around the other way through these guys. Can we have a look at the map for a second here? Let's see. Big map. Yeah, we went the wrong way. Oopsie, okay. I mean, I still think we can slip past them here. Especially now that that one's moved more or less out of the way. Yeah, we're really slipping past them now. Okay, we've been down here before. I think I even theorized at the time that right behind here would be a good place to hide a secret colony, which, because this is an Ascension quest, it looks like we might end up getting one of those, just kind of placed back here now. Colony of deserters and traitors who are hopefully not in the upper 80s in terms of level. Can we see them before we walk in? Oh, we're just gonna go in then, I guess, and hope for the best. We're gonna get jumped.
Nobody at home?
This is not gonna go well. We are 30 levels below those guys. Oh, hey guys, what's up?
Move!
Annihilationist soldiers.
I'll handle this. My name is Melia Antiqua. I wish only to speak with you.
Speak with us? Rip us to shreds, more like, Queen of Keves.
You are the ringleader, are you? State your name.
And why should I tell you? The world I once knew is gone. They told us defeating Keves was the only way for us to be saved. It was the right thing to do, the just thing to do, and I believed it. Do you realize how many of my friends died in pursuit of that dream?
Probably a lot.
You think I can just tell them, yeah, sorry guys, you died for nothing?
That is the reality.
Maybe we should step in and deal with him. But Melia told us she'd handle this.
You ruined it! You joined forces with the Agnian Queen, and you drilled these notions into our heads! You take away our friends, then sully our reasons to live. My friends died that day, but you've killed them all over again.
And that's why you've decided to destroy everything.
That's right. We don't need a shitty world like this anyway.
Is that all?
I told you to stay where you are.
Melia!
Hey! What are you trying to pull?
I could ask you the same thing. Why do you hesitate? You could attack me right now.
Are we going to settle this with peace?
Shut up!
You have no desire to destroy anything. You are simply trying to get by in a world where nothing makes sense anymore. And that's why I'm here.
Shut up! Shut up! Shut up!
All right, well, no, I guess we're fighting them. We're almost certainly going to lose this encounter. That's okay. We can go level up again later. Yeah, no, see, this is not going well. Okay, all right. Well, they were gonna go Ouroboros. Yeah, that's a pretty... I don't want to retry that battle, thank you, game. I know you think you're being kind by giving me the offer, but that's the last thing we need to do. All the way back here. All right, well, I think there's a cantina this way. We might be able to do a little bit of restatting at. Rest spot Death's Door. What is this rest spot? Have we ever been here before? Is this a restaurant? What is this?
Can we maybe train?
Apparently we can cook. I don't think that we've cooked in ages. Okay, so we're all fed up. Not in a negative way, though. Let's go ahead and clean everyone's clothes, keep everyone looking spick and span, as they say. And then we will get to the leveling. And we're not going to go max level. I'm wondering if we can kind of get by. Hey, didn't we down level to 49? So yeah, we leveled... we down leveled to 48. And then we leveled up to 49 just in the course of play, which is fun. So they're level 80. Let's see if we can defeat them at 75. Again, if there was just one button to put everyone's level at exactly the same thing, that would be super helpful. But, I mean, we can level up all, but if I'm not mistaken, hitting that levels everyone to their max level, which is not useful. At least I decided to test that before I'd set everyone at 75. We'll leave Melia at max level. What does it matter? She's our hero anyway, we might as well. I'm wondering if it wouldn't be faster for us to start from here, because then we can just zoop and then zoop, and there's no climbing involved. Well, immediately I was wrong, because on this island, the very first thing you have to do to get to the zoop is go and climb, and you gotta find where to do the climbing. So I got tired of sitting reclined, which is how I normally sit when I record, so I've sat myself upright, and now I literally can't adjust the camera inside of the bubble, inside of the little ball that I'm in anymore, because it literally just cuts off the top of my head. I'd have to actually adjust the physical camera, which means I have to like reach up and unlock it and swivel it around. It's a whole thing. So I'm just not going to. Maybe I can just kind of like... Finally, a game console for me. It's a no-neck joke. You have to watch JonTron to understand, and even then just one in particular video. Also, are you telling me that... How do I get back over there from here? Is there no... Oh, Shrek off. Are you kidding me? Did I misinterpret that? I misinterpreted it. Oh, this was way more convoluted. I've really been kind of rethinking my whole setup quite a bit here recently. I built this setup, I want to say it was 2019, maybe 2020. So I've had it for a while now. And at first I thought it was really cool, you know, a recliner, a desk that you can like roll out of the way and then roll up into the recliner with everything on it. Got my camera, I got my monitor for like monitoring the stream and everything. And it's cool, but it makes getting up a bit of a hassle, you know? I have to like push the thing out of, like I have to go to the restroom. It's a whole process just to get up. Before, I was just sitting at a desk, take this off, stand up, off I go. Can't do that anymore. Also, this angle of always having to look up at the screen, I'm not a super big fan of. Maybe if I moved the screen down from the wall, but then that's literally where I edit videos. I'd have to rethink the whole desk orientation. I mean, maybe it's just time for a whole new space entirely, I don't know. I still kind of like this, and I like the big screen and everything, but I've also been thinking a lot lately about, you know, maybe it would be nice to have like a high refresh rate monitor instead. and, just get a normal-sized monitor. Because right now I'm using like a 55-inch TV, which is decent, but, I mean, it's immersive, but also if I'm sitting 3 feet in front of a monitor that's smaller, say 32 inches, is that really any different than sitting 10 feet away from a 55-inch monitor? I don't know. I don't know. I have no idea. So it's possible there may be changes in the setup coming soon. And I guess really that just kind of brings home what I've always known, which is that there is no such thing as a perfect setup. You're always going to be chasing the next idea that you have to make very slight alterations to it. And even then, it's not going to be exactly what you want. It's not going to be perfect. Let's go ahead and fight these things and see how we do against them. Come here, you. We're completely wiping the floor with these guys, but you know what I've not done? Is I've still not gone through and made sure that we have the proper break topple days. You know what I'm trying to say. You know what I'm getting at here. I've not gone through and redone that yet. Oh, good job, everyone. I'm the girl with the doll. I'm gonna do it right now. I'm gonna start with Senna here. I'm gonna go through our arts and see what we can't do here. So I've now got us set up to be able to do a break, a topple, and a launch. Unfortunately, we can't do like a smash as well, so we'll have to get someone else to do that. So it's break, topple, daze, burst, and then break, topple, launch, smash. So we've got her set up right now with at least a burst, even though I don't know if anyone has a daze. Uni does. I have redone everyone's arts. We now have a ton of ways to achieve break, topple, daze, burst, and break, topple, launch, smash. So hopefully you'll be seeing the whole gambit play out more in upcoming fights. I should have done that a long time ago. I should be doing it every time I redo people's classes. I've just not been paying a whole lot of attention to it, but I do have it figured out now. All right. Speaking of, let's do the whole thing. So we can do a daze and a launch. Our launch is only if we get whatever that special art is called. I played the game for 150 hours. I don't know. It's the one you have to charge up over a longer course of time. Look, we just did a burst. How about that? It wasn't us. Like, Senna didn't do it, but someone did it, and that's what matters. Wow, sitting upright. I can actually, like, move around a lot more, because when I'm, like, leaning back, I kind of feel like I'm limited in my motions. You know what I mean? I mean, sure, I'm centered up here, but when I'm sitting upright, am I coming to, like, some sort of revelation here? That, like, wow, I feel like much more animated. This is good. What's happening? Oh, we're not doing too well. Where's Mio? This is not like earlier when we were severely over-leveled and I could just, like, not pay attention to the fight and everything would work out just fine. This is very clearly a different situation right now. Show me what we're attacking. I'm ready. Oh, no, I'm down now. We don't even have a chain attack charged up. Wait, this is the last guy, though. Okay, no, we're doing okay. We're gonna get it. We're gonna get it. I knew we were going in underleveled, but I was hoping it was underleveled enough that we would still be getting mad XP boosts and be able to win. And we did.
So that's how it is. That's how you look down at us.
Sorry?
I know all about you. You queens live longer than any of us could ever dream. You aren't like us, are you? That's how you can just sit on your thrones, toying with our lives like...
She is like us. If you hurt her, she feels pain. She bleeds all the same.
Mio.
That's why she came all this way to hear your story. She wants to know more about you. She wants to share her time with you.
Yeah, right. Our lives are like the blink of an eye to her ilk.
Just because she lives longer, it doesn't mean she's any different from you. We're all here, aren't we? We're all alive.
That's enough, Mio. I see now how you feel about all this.
Mate, have you been making that speech to the Keves officers too? Telling everyone that Melia is different to everyone else?
You bet I did. She's so far up herself it makes me sick.
If anyone's warped, distorted here, it's you.
Then what am I supposed to do? Who else am I supposed to take my rage out on? Tell me the truth, right now. The pure, unadulterated truth.
That I cannot tell you. The answer lies in you, and you alone. You must have realized by now. There is no weight to the truth of another if you cannot judge it for yourself. If you must have an object of hatred in order to live your life, then let it be me. But promise me that someday you'll live for the things that truly have worth, just as you and your comrades in arms once did.
It's already too late. I can't go back. Not after what I've done.
I highly doubt that. You are still breathing, are you not?
Are you all right?
I told you. I am no stranger to battle. Besides, I could not tolerate simply watching from the sidelines.
Melia.
Their sadness, frustration, anger. I shall never forget these feelings. Come. Let us proceed to the next location.
Well, alrighty then. I'm glad we saved that one for last. I feel like that had the most development to it.
Let's head back to the castle.
Yeah, we've done everything. I don't know why we've not been recording until dawn in this room. I think I remember something to do with the way that we already had... Oh, we already had it set up to record other games in the living room. Well, we're probably not going to be doing that moving forward. We're getting ready to record The Quarry, me and Micah and Brenton, and it should be a lot of fun. I think we're going to do it in here, because that is something that still makes sense with this setup. Having the big screen up top and the 3 chairs here, we can all kick back, relax, and watch in a nice chill room, because I'm too cheap to cool the whole house, so I tend to just cool the rooms that I'm in at any given time. Excuse me. Anyway, yeah, I think there's going to be some changes coming soon to the setup and the way that I do things. Some good ones. Some well overdue ones.
You've returned.
I trust it's been quiet in my absence.
Yes.
I see that you have calmed down.
Yes, I have realized. However fervent my loyalty, if I am ever the source of Her Highness's anguish, it does no good.
You think too deeply, Isel. 'Tis your mind's fiction.
I will rectify that.
I am sure you will.
How was your trip? And what of the world?
Mankind's follies. People never learn. Whatever the passage of fate may bring, we must never lose the spirit of defiance, lest we submit to injustice, as we once did.
Again, why does she look so sad?
She's a very sad girl.
My friends and I, we fought hard for all this. We staked our lives on this future. And if there's a chance to keep it that way, I too will be happy to sacrifice myself for this world.
Snuff that for a laugh. I hate that. You're the important one here.
Pardon?
It's true. It's something I noticed before. As befits a queen, you're always thinking about your subjects. But who thinks about what's best for you?
Seeing you suffer alone like this, none of us like it. It's too sad to think about. Losing you, that is. You're one of us.
Yeah, think about how much you always think of us. It's only fair if you let us do the same for you.
I am speechless.
Melia, you are needed in this world. But you weren't born solely for the world's sake.
That may be so. However,
If you permit me, I'll gladly lend you my strength. Not because you are our queen, but because we're travelers in the here and now. So we should live together.
I'm glad you're with us, Melia.
Fighting alongside you all is the best!
yes. You all right. How funny. Though wisdom is said to come with age, still you all seem to teach me so much. If some things elude my grasp, your words show me that there is more to life. They guide me when I run astray, again and again. How fortunate I am to have you.
Now that's more like it, girl.
Melia, thank you. Thank you for always having believed in us.
That's one thing I would never doubt. Now we embark on our quests to create the future.
Yes, it's ours.
Beautiful. From atop her throne. That was just absolutely grand.
I hope everyone's getting along.
I have no words. That was just perfect. That was just perfection. And I feel like through the course of that little plot there, I learned a lot about myself as well, and about how I'm going to be redoing my setup. I'm going to be adjusting this camera to allow me to sit upright. I'll do it right now. No, I won't. I can't actually reach it. How did that do? Wow, I almost got it in one. Hold on, I think it accidentally got rotated slightly. Can I actually turn it? Come on, you. There we go, okay. Not too shabby. It's crooked. I can tell looking at it that it's crooked. You might not be able to tell. If we go full face cam, though, well, never mind. Is that it? That looks like it might be it. I think I might have gotten it. Okay. It might be framed with like a little bit too much above my head, but I mean, not too bad for like my first go at things. Not too bad at all. Well, thank you folks for watching. Next time we'll be checking out one of those mini little question marks that have appeared on the map. Till then, thank you folks for watching. God bless each and every single one of you, and I'll see you later. Goodbye.